few number. Man, the passion, energy from our fan base. Like, I've been in a lot of competitive arenas as a player and as a coach. There was nothing better that I've ever been in than what happened on Saturday night.
Welcome to the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to drop a little video. I know it's a little bit later than usual, but it's been a busy day. It has actually been a busy month, but I try to put out a video every day if possible. What we're going to talk about is a problem that Josh Heupel is facing, and similar to a video I made earlier, it's a good problem. This is a good problem for Josh Heupel to be facing. We'll get into it. We'll talk about it. But as always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that thumbs up just below the video. Helps the channel. Also, if you are new to the Talkin' VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We don't pretend to be media. We're not trying to be something that we are not. We are just fans. We are just like you guys. So if you enjoy the content here, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live, when we drop new content. Tomorrow, Tennessee kicks off against South Alabama inside Neyland Stadium. Also, the basketball team going to be taking on Villanova earlier in the day. So it's going to be a busy day here on the Talkin' VAWLS Network. It's going to be Talkin' VAWLS live all day long. Dauber and the Indy Kid will be going live immediately following the basketball game. We're going to do a tailgate show, a fan call-in show about an hour before kickoff tomorrow, and then also Talkin' VAWLS live immediately following the football game. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Let's go ahead and jump into the topic of the day. That is this: VAWLS running back coach reportedly removes name from consideration for head coaching position. This is an article on SI.com written by Matt Ray. The article here says, earlier this month, Akron made the decision to fire Tom Arth after the Zips fell to 2-7 on the season. Since the job has been open, there's been no shortage of names discussed behind the scenes. According to one of Sports Illustrated's network partner sites, Football Scoop, Tennessee head coach, well, that's a typo. That would be Tennessee running back coach Jerry Mack has removed his name from consideration for the job. However, John Bryce reports that Mack was considered a top candidate. There you can see the tweet from John Bryce. Says Zips head coaching job has drawn strong interest from both NFL assistants and top FBS assistants. I'm told per source with direct knowledge, Vol football assistant Jerry Mack interviewed with the Zips and was seen as a top candidate, but has withdrawn his name from consideration. And again, going back to the topic at hand, this is a good problem for Josh Heupel to have. You know, I talked about a good problem being Hendon Hooker. You know, Hendon Hooker, if he decides to go on and play in the NFL, tries to enter the NFL draft, you know, we wish him all the best, man. That's the end game for these kids, is to get to the league, to make as much money as possible to support their families. That's the end game. So as much as we as a fan base want Hendon Hooker to come back, if he does elect to go to the NFL, Josh Heupel can immediately spin that, hit the recruiting trail, tell these recruits, tell kids in the transfer portal, hey, look what I did with Hendon Hooker. He transferred out of Virginia Tech. They weren't sad to see him go. Guys, that's the reality of the situation. When we were talking about Hendon Hooker coming to Tennessee, their fan base wasn't too upset about it. Look what Josh Heupel has been able to do in 1 year. Hopefully he comes back, see what he can do in year 2. But again, Josh Heupel can sell that, turning Hendon Hooker around, getting him to the league. He can use that on the recruiting trail. That's a good problem to have when your players are debating leaving for the NFL. Now, why is this a good problem if Jerry Mack is interviewing for the Akron head coaching job? Because that means you have got a coaching staff that is successful. How many people came tracking down Butch Jones coaches, trying to get them to jump ship? How many of Jeremy Pruitt's assistants were being offered jobs every year? This is a good problem to have. It is a sign of a successful program. Look at Alabama. Their coaches get offered jobs, head coaching jobs all over the country every single year. This is a good problem to have. Go back to, the beginning of the year when Josh Heupel was putting this coaching staff together. What did we talk about? We talked about team atmosphere, building chemistry, relationships. We've heard all kinds of good things about this coaching staff and how they have good chemistry together. They work well together. Doesn't seem to be a lot of, tension in that locker room between this coaching staff. Look back to last season. You got rumors of fistfights in the locker room. You got an assistant coach getting fired 4 weeks into the season. It's going to be a problem. Guys are going to come after assistant coaches. That is a problem, but it's a good problem because it shows you are having success as a team, as a coach. The article goes on to say here, it should come as no surprise that Mack is drawing interest, given his impressive track record as both an assistant and as a head coach. That was another thing we looked at with his coaching staff, how much experience they have. It says Mack experienced a high level of success at North Carolina Central for 4 seasons as the head coach, after which he would have a successful stint as the offensive coordinator at Rice before joining Josh Heupel's inaugural staff in Knoxville. Says here he's been a phenomenal asset to Josh Heupel in year 1 on the field and on the recruiting trail. His extensive ties to Memphis and surrounding areas have opened many doors for the Vols, and he currently has them trending towards landing 4-star running back Justin Williams out of East Paulding, Georgia. For more information on that, check the video I dropped yesterday, showed a little film on Justin Williams, gave out the scouting report, and kind of went down how he is ending up in the mix with Tennessee. Says the Vols may have dodged a bullet for the time being, as this coaching carousel projects to be as wild as any in recent memory. They will likely have to fend off other suitors that are sure to come calling for Mack, as it is likely he will get looks to be a Power 5 coordinator and a Group of 5 head coach. Mack is currently on a $400,000 annual salary contract that is set to run through January 31st, 2023. Tennessee very well could choose to act swiftly and restructure Mack's deal with 2 years left. So again, while the article is about Jerry Mack, and Jerry Mack, great football coach, and look at the hand he was dealt. Chose to come to Tennessee, be a position coach of a group that lost their top 2 guys. And yeah, Tyon Evans, talented. Jabari Small, talented. But we have seen a walk-on running back. Jerry Mack has put a walk-on running back on the field in Marcus Pierce. So he had his hands full coming in. But it goes far beyond Jerry Mack. How many teams are going to come after Rodney Garner? How many teams are going to look to come after Tim Banks based on the numbers that he's putting up? We got a coaching staff full of teachers and developers of talent. So again, when other teams come calling, that is going to be a good problem to have. But for now, it does appear that Jerry Mack will be staying in Knoxville. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see if anything changes. But I did want to drop a good video. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this. Is it a good problem to have that Akron coming after Jerry Mack? Is it a good problem to have that any team in the country would love to have Rodney Garner? Is it a good problem to have that Tim Banks has done more with less on this defense? Dropped a video earlier in the week talking about Tim Banks getting nominated as the best assistant coach in the country. They're going to come calling. Tennessee has to pay them what they need, keep these guys around, because team chemistry, coach chemistry is huge. We have seen, going back again to the preseason, how many people were talking about how it was ridiculous. Like, it's just coach speak and team chemistry is overrated. We're seeing it play out. We are seeing it play out on the field week in and week out with a team that has an opportunity to get bowl eligible this week against South Alabama. If you told me, well, not me, I bought in. I thought this team could get to 6 wins, but a lot of people did not. If you asked them, would you take 7 wins and an opportunity to go win 8 in a bowl game, they would have said, absolutely 100%. You're crazy for buying in. But that's where this team is at, and it starts with the relationships that they built in the offseason. So leave me a comment. Let me know, is this a good problem to have for Josh Heupel? If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Be greatly appreciated. Also, you can go and check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Just go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' VAWLS. Any and all support, greatly appreciated. We are on that road to 10,000 subscribers. We're getting closer. Any and all support, we greatly appreciate it. Share out the links. Hit that thumbs up. Pick up merchandise. We appreciate you guys more than you know. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
The songs how like me.